will say, hello everyone. Welcome to the StreamVoid podcast, episode 81.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Very nice.
I am MikeyT, and of course, across from me is KurbStomped.
Hello.
You can find us everywhere under our respected monikers. Just do a hot Google, and we'll pop up.
Yep,
First
it's
and
true.
second.
It's true.
It is true.
Finally.
Do it yourself. Do the research. Do your own research. You will find out that we are number one in our respected names.
Okay.
This is the StreamVoid podcast. It is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Yes.
We just talk about whatever we feel like.
Sure do.
And you can watch this show live on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube on Saturday at 11 a.m. PST. We are recording a little bit later just due to the fact that I had a dentist appointment this morning.
The dentist. Yuck.
Yes.
Yikes.
I like it when I show up to the dentist and they go, oh, yes, very good. Very little cleaning needs to be done.
Oh, perfect.
And I go, good. That means I've done my job and I've brushed and I've flossed and my teeth are nice and clean.
Perfect. Like when that happens.
Yes. But I will ask you the question.
Yeah.
Are you subscribed to the StreamVoid podcast Patreon?
Am I personally? Or
Yeah.
is this like a theoretical question for the audience?
Theoretical question for the audience.
I'll shut up now.
Patreon.com/StreamVoidPod. You can get in there, you can throw some money at the screen, and you can have access to this show on Sunday instead of Wednesday when it normally would come out.
Yes.
You can have access to all of the bonus content. We record for at least an hour and a half before we even record this show.
Yes.
And you can have access to even more of us rambling and eating and talking to the chat.
Yeah.
You know, there's some good stuff. There's some funny moments that happen in there.
For sure.
Yes. And then you, of course, get access to the post show, which
it's going to be short this week.
It's going to be short this week.
Yeah.
Even the show we have right now is going to be a little bit short.
Yes,
we don't have a lot of news going on today. But yes, get in there. StreamVoid Pod on Patreon.
That's the word.
That's the word, Patreon.
It's a weird pronunciation, but it's correct.
It is
technically correct.
Technically correct.
Yeah.
Just with, it's hyphenated now. We've hyphenated it.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Very good.
So I'll ask you, KurbStomped.
Yes.
How was your week?
My week was fine. I worked a little bit. I didn't go to work on Tuesday because Monday night I was up for most of the night. Just, I don't know. I had pain reminiscent of when I had my kidney stone. Not passing it from my bladder or into my bladder or from my kidney, but like when it was wiggling its way down between the two.
The old phantom wiggles.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. It felt a lot like it. So I was up all night and like it was time for me to get out of bed and get ready for work. I'm like, I cannot fucking work today. Like, I just can't. So I didn't go into work and I just like went back to bed and finally got to sleep and slept for like 6 hours. So that was pretty good. And then I worked on Friday and it was like 1:30 or 2 and I'm done everything. And I'm like, hey, what's next on the agenda? She's like, I'm going home early today. There's nothing to do. I was like, okay, great. This would have been a perfect day for you to teach me something, but I guess that's not happening. So I went home early and then just worked on YouTube stuff till regular work time was over and did that. So
nice.
Yeah. Well, I guess so. It was like I worked a day and a half last week. So I don't know how nice the paycheck's going to be, but whatever. And it's like, again, just stupid stuff happening at work where they're, you know, I only worked the few days and I come in and there's like 3 emails about how I have to update the website with this new information. And I'm like, I don't update the website. Like, take it to someone else. I'm not the webmaster. I know how to add items to the website for sale and I can deal with all that stuff, but I'm not the webmaster. Find out who is. They can deal with it. So that was my work week. Just a bunch of baloney. And there was a shoplifter on Friday as well. The woman cashier, she panicked and didn't page properly, so it didn't actually page. So only the people that went to the shoplifter were the people that could hear her from the front till of the store.
Yeah.
So anyways, I missed it because I was in the back. But apparently they had to chase the guy way down the road, like blocks and blocks and blocks, and they finally caught up to him and they got the stuff back. It was a guy and a girl. And then when they were all chasing her, the woman they kicked out at the same time, but she came back like 10 minutes later and the cashier just let her come in. So when they came back with the stuff from the guy, they're like, what are you doing in here? You're not allowed in here. And they kicked her out. And I'm like, the cashier just let the woman that they just kicked out back in? And they're like, yeah. Huh. It wasn't like she didn't see her. She was right there. It's just ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
So whatever. And then other than that, I just, I don't know. I edited a lot of YouTube videos or trying to try different things for YouTube and see what sticks and what works and what doesn't work. So I found all these recordings I did way back on the launch week of the Xbox Series X when I didn't have it and I was off work for a week and I was all bummed out that I didn't get my Xbox. I had just played Final Fantasy 13 and recorded the video just because I was playing it. So I've been taking that and trying to make it into something for YouTube.
Yeah, I wondered why I saw some Final Fantasy content in the
So I
Patreon
it's basically going to be a story, like sort of, discovery. Like when I first played Final Fantasy 13, I just was like, yeah, the story, who cares? I don't need to read this like essay that they've given me here. Like there's like the data logs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to read that. The game will tell me what's going on. No, the game doesn't tell you what's going on. If you want to know what's going on, you have to read these data logs. So this is kind of like a playthrough where it's a story like discovery, and I can talk about how, I understand what's going on now, and this relates to Final Fantasy 13 too in this way. And I've been cutting out all like the battles and the miscellaneous running around and when there's nothing going on, basically. So I took, I had 8 hours over, it was like 9 hours of video that I had recorded, and I cut it down to like 3 hours, I think. Something like that. And
it's
I
a long video.
No, it's not one. No, that was just when I removed all the fluff.
Yeah.
And then I took that 3 hours and made it into like 9 or 10. No, even more. I can't even remember. They're about 20 minutes each. So there's like a bunch of videos that I'm going to try them out and see how it goes on YouTube.
Nice.
Anyways. Yeah. And then I found all my, I had the Dark Souls VODs that I had from when I played Dark Souls. So I'm going to try to, and that one has like my camera on it and everything. So I'm going to try to do something with that for YouTube too.
Nice.
Yeah. See what works. If it doesn't work, it's fine. But I do that on my days off when I'm not working. That's just, I'm working at home. So I'm working on that all day.
Yep. That's good.
Take a break for lunch, whatever, do something else, take a coffee break. But if I'm not working, that's what I'm doing.
That's how you do it.
I'm not sitting around just playing a game or watching a stream or anything like that. I'm treating it like a job since I'm not earning any money at work during this time. I should try to do something else over here. So
that's the base. That's the
yes,
the good drive right there.
Yes. So it's been going good anyways. Lots of stuff like ready to go. Like I've got stuff for the Tell Me Why video series I've got going. They're like up till July they're scheduled or something like that. 1 a week till July. Nice. So my goal would hopefully be that I can get something out almost every day.
Yeah, that's good.
A different series every day.
That's good.
That's the goal. But we'll see how it's going. Right now I have 3 days a week with a video coming out. Because I got the Tell Me Why, I have the Dead Space, and I have the sort of Elden Ring videos. And they're all different styles too. The Tell Me Why is very short, 15-minute video, edited down to just some commentary and the gameplay and like discussion of what's going on. Dead Space is like the whole chapter. So the videos are like over an hour long.
Yep, I saw that.
I've edited out all the like miscellaneous stuff. And then the Elden Ring one is just like, here's a short, montage of my deaths in this like dungeon, me fighting my way through and what I discover in there. So they all have different styles going. So
nice.
Trying it out anyways.
I burn up all of my creativity at work.
That's too bad.
Yes.
You need to stop that.
I can't.
Don't be creative at work.
I have to.
Nah, don't do it.
I have to.
Nah, don't. Have you considered Ritalin?
No.
Oh, okay. And then the only other thing I did was played some games, some Minecraft, basically. Played the Alan Wake for the game club. That was pretty much it. really.
There you
Didn't
go.
do too much else. But yeah, editing, lots of editing.
Nice.
Still takes forever to deliver a video. Like,
well, I got your new CPU sitting right there.
oh, I need to get about 4 other parts still too. So.
Yeah, easy mode.
I mean, it's not easy mode because I want them all to. I don't want to buy any extra stuff that I don't already have. So, like, I want to use the towers I've got, and I want to use all the motherboards I got, and I want to use the hard drives I got.
Well, we need to take the motherboard out of your new rig and put it in the other.
Well, I don't think it'll fit in another one, really.
Well, yeah, because it's a.
Oh, you mean
board.
the new one?
Yeah, your
The
new
new
board
one. Yeah,
has to
okay.
go into the other
Yeah.
PC case that doesn't fit anything
Yes.
because it's a mini.
Yes. So, anyways.
And then we put that chip in it. No, we don't.
Well,
we
we got a lot of stuff to do.
That
anyways.
chip needs to go in your editing board.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing is like my editing PC right now doesn't take that kind of chip.
Oh, right, because it's a.
So
it's
like
a
this is
Intel
what I'm talking
board.
about. We have to like figure out what we're doing.
No, your new board that you have fits that PC.
Yeah,
That's
and that'll be the editing one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
my original PC will be the new streaming one for the living room.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. A lot of fun.
Yeah, we got to swap. There's got to be a lot of swapping going on.
Yeah, it sucks. And then the other thing is like I have to back everything up and like fucking so I'm going to probably reinstall Windows and everything. Hiya.
Hiya!
Brutal.
Yeah, you should definitely start backing everything up now.
I don't
And then
really have a hard drive.
just go get one from go.
I work-
Go visit your buddies.
I worked an hour and a half this
Oh,
week.
yeah.
I worked an hour and a half this week, Mikey T.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a little while then.
Yeah, we're
'Cause
working
you need,
on it
you
slowly.
Need oh, wait, I got a cooler right there.
Okay.
That'll fit as well. I got enough
All
to a
right.
cooler.
I got the
a power
graphics
supply
card
right there.
I got the graphics
I got a graphics card right there.
I got the graphics card. The graphics cards are covered. I got 3 of them.
Nice.
They're
Yes.
covered.
Have you even smelt that 3060 yet?
Oh yeah, I did open it up
You
because
opened it? You smell it a little?
I spun the fan to make sure mine was spinning.
Right.
Because yours was broken.
Yes, with the giveaway PC I did with the 3060 Ti.
Yeah.
The fan was broken on the card, so I had to send that away.
Yeah.
Get it RMA'd.
Yeah. No, I spun the fan. It was spinning freely.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's about that was about it for my work and week of doing jack shit. Basically.
Nice.
I got free potato chips at the store.
Ooh.
Yeah. Did you know if you just put the chips right in your jacket, they're free? No, the app's been giving me free stuff every week. It's crazy. Do you ever look at your PC Optimum app?
Yes.
Do you ever get free stuff?
No.
Oh. Yeah, I got free
those are the
eggs
free
and
no-name chips,
butter
right?
and no-name chips, and I got orange juice and cheese and water. It's crazy. It's perfect timing when you only work an hour and a half a week.
Yes. I have how many points do I have? I think I have 335,000 points.
Oh, yeah.
Saving up for my PlayStation.
Yeah. If they ever have one at Shoppers Drug Mart.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
never had one.
337,850 points.
Yeah, I have 300,000-ish as well, and I have to. That's the other thing is all my parts for my Kirby cosplay came in finally.
Oh, yeah?
So now I have to buy Kirby, and that's like $90 freaking dollars. Which, I mean, it's fine. I got a bunch of subs. That was a sub goal for it.
Yeah.
So, maybe I got that money today.
Oh, yeah.
Since you got paid today.
I got
Maybe
paid.
I
You
got
probably got paid.
Maybe I got paid as well, and I can actually do it. So, anyways, that's that. I can't really complain too much that I worked a day and a half. It's kind of my own choosing. So,
Yes, it is.
so whatever. But how about yourself?
Yeah, it was my first week back to work after my vacation.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I'm sure everything was taken care of. There's nothing that was left for you to do when you showed up.
I mean, it was just more of the same. There was no backlog. I only had
really?
like 50 something emails, so
That's it?
that's it. I figured I'd have over 100.
Wow.
Only 50 emails. Yeah, I wrapped up everything I needed to do in the morning, and any of the backlog that happened, I wrapped it up in the morning, and then
Crazy.
carried on. And then Friday I got to, it's just more of the same. Then Friday I got to work on some stuff that I wanted to work on.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like what do you
I
mean?
like to work on Jira and Confluence and get the tracking software all up to date
Oh yeah.
with adding more features and stuff like that.
Oh, you mean actually you got to work on something at work that you wanted to work at,
Yes.
not because you got to do something you wanted to do and get paid at the same time.
No.
Oh. Okay.
So I set up a Confluence page, which is essentially a document repository, and I added all of the templates that we use onto it. plus a whole ton of other stuff.
Sounds thrilling.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I actually almost worked overtime because I was like,
What?
oh yeah, I'll add this.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I'm trying to make it easy so that when, people get hired on or people leave and new people take their positions, it's easier to go through the document repository.
Oh yeah. It's, a job that makes life easier for future Mike.
Yeah, exactly. I just want people to know that, hey, this is how you need to do things now.
Okay.
Because we actually have one of the guys who had taken stress leave. He's coming back next week.
Yeah.
And so I need to bring him up to speed on the whole entire new tracking system that we have in place.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm excited to do.
Very good.
Because I love this tracking system.
You're such a nerd.
I know.
Well, very good.
Yes, and then I keep every day. I'm like, I'm gonna start vlogging next week. I'm gonna start vlogging next week. I'm gonna get the vlog going back on.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, but I lead such an uninteresting life.
I mean, does that matter though?
I don't think it does. I think I just need to do it. And
what was the difference between your life now and before? You just got to a different city?
Yeah, different cities,
but
different things.
Who cares? That doesn't matter. Just because you've seen this Strawberry Hill 30,000 times doesn't mean everybody else has.
That's true.
You can do the exact same thing here that you did there.
Yeah.
Like I went for a walk. What did you do? You went for a walk in Cologne and filmed it. Okay, do that here. You went to the beach, film it. Easy.
Beach. Gross.
Well, okay.
Yeah. No,
you can
I know.
film all the
yeah.
crackheads.
That's what I was thinking. I'll just do it just to get
Yeah.
back into the habit of doing it. And
Just do it.
Just like record
Full
everything.
send.
Just full send.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
We've solved it.
Yes, we did.
World peace has been acquired.
It's true.
Yep.
And then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna buy spaceships.
Oh man.
And so I bought spaceships in Star Citizen.
Yeah.
And we played that for the first time.
What a
And
game.
My mind is just boggled.
Yeah.
It's just boggled. They have $500 million in pledges
And how
from
can it
Kickstarter.
be in this incomplete
And it's
state?
been 10 years.
Yep.
And it just feels like it hasn't been in development for that long.
No.
The bugs were unreal.
I know.
The feature set is unreal. Like there's so much stuff in the game, but the bugs are so numerous and so ridiculous that I'm like, what is going? Like NPCs just like pathing so stupidly or getting caught in geometry. Like there's this one where it's two NPCs standing right in front of each other. One of them stuck in a bench and the other one's just standing there right in front of them. And I go down and I sit on the bench and I look at them and I'm like, what are you doing? And they're just slowly moving their legs like they're walking, but they're not moving anywhere. And I was like, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I saw that.
They have full-on face tracking and head tracking.
That was interesting.
Well, like when you're making your character and I had the head tracking on, I could like my character would start like moving its mouth when I was talking.
Yeah.
But it was so poorly done.
Yeah.
Like I would try and smile and my character would make this weird grimace face, like one eyeball would be like popping out of its head because it couldn't see through my glasses that well.
Nice. It's like VTuber.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, this is hilarious.
Perfect. That's perfect.
But it also has its own track IR system within it. So when you're in your cockpit in your spaceship, you can move your head to look around the cockpit. But that's not very good for streaming because when you constantly you're looking at chat or looking at like the stream and I'm like everything's just like freaking out.
If you want to turn and look at your head, you have to like look over here, but like you have to use your eyes to look back at the monitor and stuff. Maybe it's good if you have a 3 monitor setup or something and they're all Star Citizen.
Yeah, could be.
So
so had all this on. The city, I was in Sector 17, I think, as my home place. Can't remember what it was. It had a 17 in it. Huge city. Like, just getting around this thing was very difficult.
Well,
and
huge city as in it takes you 5 minutes to take the train across it, but nothing in the city.
The city's very sparse. I mean, there's stores and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you can't, like, if you were outside of the train, you couldn't go to those buildings you fly over. They're just there for...
No. Yeah.
They're just there for decoration.
They're just there for decoration. But it was surprising that the loading was really good. So like I go to the train and then it's just like seamlessly.
Was it really good though?
I mean, the train was obviously a loading screen.
Exactly.
Yeah, you go. It's like a 5-minute ride to the spaceport.
It's just like artificial time wasting.
Well, it's supposed to be more close to like full on simulator.
Oh, of course. I
where
remember
you have
my
to
last
simulate your walking there.
Of course, I remember my last train trip to the spaceport took 5 minutes. Of course.
I mean, it's 4.5.
Put in a
but
teleporter. You're in the fucking future.
There's no teleporters.
Okay.
No teleporters in the future. Not this
Okay.
one. And so you go to the spaceship. You got to summon your ship to one of the hangars. Then it gets delivered to your hangar. You go into the hangar, which is like an elevator trip up.
Yeah, another loading screen.
Another loading screen. You get to the hangar, and your ship isn't instant space, so like you can go in it, and other people can like see you inside your ship and stuff like that. And you got to like sit in your cockpit. And it took me forever to figure out that you need to call the spaceport to get them to open the docking bay doors.
I was wondering about that when you were landing it on that other space station. I was like, is it just going to let you fly in there without like paging ahead to say you're coming in or whatever?
You definitely have to page, and then they definitely give you a landing bay number that you go to. But trying to do hyperspace, I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
It would like go hyperspace, it'd make a stupid noise, and it would start
it was
flying,
very stupid.
but it would fly you in a weird direction. I'm like, okay, I'm locked into this place, and I'd hit hyperspace, and then the camera would just pan over, the ship would pan over to the right, and just go that way.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not where I wanted to go.
But you eventually figured it out.
I eventually figured out that the head tracking
Mm-hmm.
was completely messing the warp.
Oh, really?
So I took head tracking off because I was like, no, I can't do this looking around thing. And then I just warped fine.
Oh, weird.
And it was instant.
Hmm.
Like when I was doing the hyperdrive before, it's not really called the hyperdrive. I can't remember what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the ludicrous drive? No. It would like go fast, but not really fast, right? Yeah. It would like the numbers would be counting down, the kilometers would count down at an even rate. It was fast, but it wasn't that fast. But then once I took the head tracking off and hyperdrive actually worked, it was just like almost instantly I would warp to the place.
Interesting.
Like, oh, I have actually got to the place where I need to go.
Perfect.
And then I did
a pickup
an
mission.
EVA, a spacewalk. I can't remember what the hell they're actually called. Got a box, brought it back to my ship, got it delivered.
Yeah.
Some box of like weird fruit.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of cool doing the spacewalk. Just going out, being all like, oh, am I going to die out here in the vacuum of space?
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to be able to get back into my ship because it's so buggy?
Yeah, exactly.
Then, I got that first mission done, and I was like, okay.
I'll see you in 10 years,
I'll see you in a little while. Like, how does that game with that budget and that amount of development time have that many bugs? Like, stop with the feature creep.
Yeah, why fix a bug when you can just make another ship and sell it for $1,000?
Stop with the feature creep.
No,
it's
that's
unreal.
never going to happen. That's their whole model now.
It's just feature creep.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, probably.
So, anyways, I don't know why you bought this game, man.
I wanted to try it out.
But, like, you've already played EVE Online.
I didn't like EVE Online.
Which you didn't like. So
no,
this is just like 3D.
Different.
Is it?
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
more.
What's the difference between flying?
It's more involved.
What's the difference between flying and picking up a box of oranges than flying and firing a laser at a rock for 5 minutes?
Nothing really, except you get to be in first person.
Okay.
And you get like guns.
You can
and
see
armor.
your dudes in EVE Online now.
Yeah, I guess you can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get guns and armor. You go outside. You can go down to bases and kill people.
Yeah, but is
With
any
tanks?
of it good?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
It's like GTA 5, like I said. Like, it's always like, yeah, you can golf and play tennis in GTA 5, but it's all bad. It's not good. So.
Am I out of touch with the kids today? Because I'm just like, it's only $100.
Well, I mean, no, not really. That's pretty much a millennial way to think about stuff.
I guess so.
Like, it's only $100.
It's only $100. I get $100.
I can play this for an hour and get my $100 out of it.
Yeah.
No problem. That could have been $100 invested into getting Apex packs.
It could have been, yeah. Speaking of Apex,
yes,
new season dropped.
Oh yeah,
new character came out. Newcastle.
Yeah,
who is a tank with a portable shield,
yep.
not unlike Sinatra or
Sinatra.
Is it Sinatra? Sintra?
Sinatra was banned from Valorant.
From Overwatch. Who's got the movable shield?
I have no idea. You could make up a name.
Yes,
in fact,
I
you
could.
just did.
I gotta look it up now.
So his ability to like get to your allies, he can like yeet himself across the map.
Yeah. So his ult, he can yeet himself, just like do a super leap and drop down this fortified base.
Yeah. Saw a clip on Reddit of a guy doing it like from like a million miles away to pick up the banners, because apparently it works on the death boxes.
Oh,
so he like just yeeted himself into the ring and got the boxes and like left. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, the new rank system has dropped. Everyone got hard reset. So they've added a rookie class.
Yeah.
So it used to be bronze was the lowest class. Now rookie is the lowest class.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're in bronze, you actually get to lose points when you go into the game.
But you can't drop below rookie or below bronze.
You can't drop. I'm
bronze.
pretty sure it's one of those things where you can't drop below bronze
Yeah.
still. Same with when you get to silver, you won't be able to drop below silver. But now, if you're in bronze 4, you lose X amount of points. But if you're in bronze 1, you lose more than X amount of points.
Yeah. And the point RP points now are based on team play.
Yeah. There's a lot you get for every KP.
Well, team play is maybe not the way to call it, but winning is where the RP comes from.
Yes, KP is, I've been told
Minimized.
it's unlimited now.
Yeah, but
you
it's
can
like
have
so
unlimited
low.
KP. It's low. I mean, you still get 25 for a win, but the climb to get there is a lot slower.
Mm-hmm.
So the 25 for a win, yes, but
But
doesn't
like it was
matter.
like you had 2 kills, 1 assist, and 1 team assist, and you had like 12 points or something like that. No, you were minus 12, I think.
Yeah, I was still minus 12.
And
so
then as soon as you got to 10th place, you were like 30 RP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've added where if your team gets a kill, but you're not involved in that kill, you get half the KP for that.
Yeah.
So you don't feel so screwed when you're like, when your team or one guy gets up there, wipes an entire squad, and you're just sitting in the back going, well, I didn't know we were moving.
I never feel screwed when my teammates get a kill. I'm just like, oh, good, we're winning.
Yes, well, that's still good, but now you actually get KP for that.
So a lot of people have been complaining about this. Like, oh, man, it's so boring. Oh, my God, this is supposed to be a run and gun fast game, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, is it supposed to be, though? Like, this is the changes the devs made to the game.
Yeah.
Like, this is the way they want the game to be played.
They want a more tense and exciting end game than it was.
Yes.
I
and
mean,
more
endgame,
team play.
Yeah, more team play. So the end of the game before was still tense, but you know,
it was only 3 teams.
You get like 3, 4, 5 teams at the end, depending on what rank you're in.
Yes.
So like if you were in bronze, you'd probably only have 3 teams at the end. If you were in platinum, you'd probably have 7 teams at the end. And now when you're in bronze, you have 12 teams at the end.
Yes. And the only people I've heard really complaining about this are apers. Who would just hot drop W key. Oh, I got 10 kills off the drop, but I came in 15th place. Oh, well, that's fine. I went up in rank.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely want to avoid that.
Which, I mean, it's a team game.
Yes.
Like, the goal is to win.
Yeah.
Like, it's not to get the most kills and then start a game.
This suits my play style way better.
I mean, me too, because I'm bad. But, like, it's a team game. It should be based on getting, like, if you get a win and you had 1 kill, you should be, that's the way it's played. You've done it.
Yeah.
You should be going up in the RPs madly.
Yep. I mean, you do, but
I know. But I think kills and stuff were way too weighted heavily before for RP.
Yeah.
And now I think it's superior, but I have also not played it. So
far from what I've played, I really like it, but because everyone got reset way more than they would normally get reset.
It's
like I went from plat down to bronze 3.
Yeah.
Masters went down to bronze and silver.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a hot refresh basically.
Yeah, for sure.
But the thing is like when you're destroying, like what did you get in your match? You got like 200 and something RP.
Yeah.
And it's like it takes like whatever 5 games and you're out of the rank.
Yeah.
If you win. And if you're a master, you're just going to destroy and win anyways.
Yeah.
So they'll get cleared out of the rank fast enough. But.
Yeah. Last night, a lot of people were playing. So when I got a 3, when the stack got to 3, so I had Lex and Loki, the amount of Masters trails that were jumping out of the ship in bronze was unreal.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
It'll even out. Oh yeah.
They
can't stay that low.
No.
Like, it just won't happen. Unless they're going to go, like, straight ape and not go for wins, then they'll be just getting, I'll get my 20 bomb and then just jump off the cliff or whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah, during the week, I was having a lot more luck with less highly ranked players, but as soon as Friday came around, it's like, holy.
Well, everyone logged in on Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
when you were playing on Thursday night after Star Citizen, and I was just like, what is with this lobby? Like, there's two teams fighting between two shields in the middle of the opening. They're like 10 feet away from each other, and you just come in and destroy them all. It's like, why are they fighting like that? Like, what is going on here?
I know. I just bust out the EVA 8, slap him a phone, and just slap him.
God, it was so crazy. Just the most ridiculous plays I've ever seen.
Yeah. So they didn't improve the EVA 8 at all.
No.
Not at all. They
no,
didn't,
you were
not
like, why
in
is the EV8 so good? And I'm like, you're playing in the friggin' bot lobby, dude.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
But the EVA 8's
terrible.
It's still been slapping this season. I don't understand why.
It's just because you were in a bot lobby and they were just standing there letting you shoot him in the head.
Not even just that game, but like games last night.
No,
as well.
I know, but I'm saying there's a lot of like bot bronze players in there that are just like, they'll stand next to each other and like, just some of these plays I was watching, I was like, any other lobby, you were dead at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you're sliding through the Watson like force field and killing guys and running back out and sliding back in. And I'm like, how are you still alive? How are you even doing this? So I was like, yeah, any other lobby, you would slide through that thing and just be like domed.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I was doing some ridiculous plays for sure.
Yeah, it was so stupid. And you're like, this Eve is so good, they buffed it. I'm like, dude, no.
No, they didn't buff it.
No, it's the bot lobby you're playing in right now.
They did fix the early spread recoil on the Havoc though. And so it just shoots lasers now.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. But
Very good.
Yeah, well yesterday I played too long because my aim just went all the way down in the toilet.
Oh well, it's late.
Like, oh my god.
What time was it when you were playing?
I played till about 10, 11 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You need to take a few caffeine pills.
I had two monsters, so.
Oh man. Should have had 3.
I should have had 3. I only had 2 though.
Damn.
Which means I needed to buy you another one.
Oh, you drank mine. Is that
I drank
what
yours,
happened?
yeah.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
can't need another one. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep the entertainment value high.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. And then I just want to talk about the DJI Mini 3.
Before you even say anything, for whatever reason, YouTube was like, hey, here's the new DJI Mini 3 video. And I was like, why is it showing me this? So I was like, oh, it's probably because I watched your vlogs and you were talking about it.
Could be.
But as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, Mikey's just going to be buying this fucking drone. I know it.
Oh, 100%, dude.
I fucking
this
knew
is
it.
on my list.
Oh my God.
You can use the new controller with it. That has the screen in it, so I don't have to keep busting my phone out,
clipping
it into the damn thing.
Troublesome.
It's so annoying, especially when I'm doing like AMPOW recording where I want to do like a time lapse with the thing, but I also want to take pictures with my phone. I'm like, I can't do that. Mm-hmm. And so now I'll be able to do that. I mean, the price on this thing it's going to be almost as much as the DJI FPV drone, which is their like first person racing drone.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to cost just about as much as that with the kit, the Fly More kit, which is more batteries in the charger.
Oh man. Why don't you just take out your other phone and take pictures with it?
Because that other phone is my work phone and it's a garbage SE.
Use this camera right here.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
That's
cheaper. That's a lot to bring.
I mean, I know.
Plus, I can't, I can't get the cool shots.
What cool shots?
I can't just like and then upload to Instagram.
Oh, you have to bring it home and then upload it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I have to bring it home. I got to transfer that off the thing, put it on the computer, transfer it off the computer, put it on the phone.
I guess you'll have to weigh the price cost of this thing versus your existing hardware.
Well, I also want it for because it shoots 60 frames. My other drone only shoots 30 frames, and you can tell it only shoots 30 frames.
Oh my God!
And this will make it
only
so that
you can tell.
You can't tell, but I can tell.
Only
and
you
other
can
people
tell.
out there can tell.
Yeah, but they don't
that
care.
It's not shooting 60.
They don't care.
And it's got obstacle avoidance. It's got object tracking. It's got a 34-minute battery this time.
Okay.
And it's also got interchangeable lenses for the camera.
Oh,
so you can put filters on, you can put wide angle lenses on, and the lenses aren't that expensive. I think they're like $40 for the wide angle lens.
Oh, only 40
Yeah.
extra $40.
Yeah, I am going to get this thing for sure.
I knew it.
And I'm excited to get it.
I knew it.
I'm
What are you gonna do with your
excited
old
to
one?
Let's save it as a backup.
Oh my god.
You know, just in case I crash the Mini 3.
Oh my god.
2 drones in the air?
Oh, but you just said you don't want to put your phone in the
No, I
other
don't want
one.
to put my phone in the thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll sell it.
Okay.
Maybe I'll sell it.
Okay.
Crashed once.
Yes. Only crashed once. Low miles.
Low
Sunday
miles.
driver.
Sunday driver crashed once. Yeah, I am pumped to get this thing, but it's gonna be a $1,500 bill.
You just park it above you when you're mowing your lawn. Boom. Vlog done.
Exactly. Exactly.
Crazy. Yeah. As
Yep.
soon as I saw it, I was just like, okay, I know what's going on here. I know what's happening.
Yeah, it's a micro drone, so it only weighs 249
Uh-huh.
grams, which means don't need a license for it, which is perfect
Mm-hmm.
because that means I can fly it just about anywhere. and
What
it doesn't
about
matter.
when you put a lens on it?
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
See, now we're thinking.
now we're thinking with power. Yeah, as soon as I put a lens on it, I need a license.
Yeah,
Son of a diddly.
yeah. There you go. I saved you $1,500.
As long as that lens is under a
A
gram.
gram?
As long as it's
1
under a
gram lens? What is it made out of? Like saran wrap?
Oh, what the hell? Good thing you brought that up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need lenses.
You also don't need this drone.
I do need it though.
It's a need versus a want. I think you're confusing your needs and wants here.
I mean, yeah.
That's okay. You're
Yeah.
allowed to want things and buy
Oh, yeah.
them. That's okay. I'm
Yeah.
just giving you a hard time, really, as I do.
Yes.
I'd rather you buy that than a fucking box to put on your shelf for a big box video game that you were trying to buy before.
Yeah, but those are cheap. Those are only like $20.
No, the big box game was for the System Shock remake on the Patreon, or like the Kickstarter that you wanted to get.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
like
yeah.
$150 or something like that.
Big box.
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah. I'd rather you buy a drone than that.
I haven't looked into that to see if it's out yet because it's still supposed to be coming out.
No, we talked about it not too long ago. They hadn't worked on it in like 3 years or something like that.
No, but then we talked about it again, and they had.
Oh, no,
they
it
made a
wasn't-
post and it was like, it's coming out.
it
soon.
wasn't. It was System Shock 2 that they hadn't worked on.
No, it was the remake that people were talking about in the.
Ow!
Thing.
Damn it! Hit my knee. I woke up Frank. That makes for some good radio.
Yeah, in the forums of the System Shock remake
Mhm.
by Night Dive.
Yeah.
They were saying it hadn't been worked on in this many years, but then like the week after, the devs put out
Oh yeah.
they did an interview and they're like, oh yeah, it's coming out soon. It's gonna be
Okay.
ready. There's
Anyways,
so many
don't buy
systems.
that. Don't buy that big box.
No, I probably won't.
No, you
It'll look
definitely
great.
won't.
It'll look great on my shelf though.
No, no one looks at his shelf.
No, I got my camera the wrong way.
No
Those
one-
shelves need to be over here.
No one's looking at this shelf.
I am.
You are.
I
For sure.
am right now.
You sure are. Okay.
All right. That's that's about it for me for the weekly wrap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah, me
gonna
too.
bring up the chapter 4 synopsis, even though I just played it last night.
For what? Alan Wake?
Alan Wake.
Why are we going to talk about Alan Wake?
Because we have this little thing we like to call Game Club.
Oh, Game
where
Club.
we go through and play an episode, a chapter, a level every
Mhm.
week of a certain game,
Mhm.
and then we talk about it in detail on the stream.
Yep.
We recap it,
Yep.
talked about what we liked about it,
Yep.
what we hated about it,
Mhm.
and then we go into some detail
Yep.
and some fan
Some
theory
thoughts and
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly. And right now we're playing Alan Wake Remastered.
Yes. You can join us. We are on chapter 4. Well,
Yes.
we just finished chapter 4. We're
Finished
now on
chapter
5.
4.
But we're going to talk about chapter 4 today.
Indeed.
And so there will be spoilers.
Exactly. And for everybody, quick synopsis of the game. Alan Wake is a writer. He's had writer's block. He's gone to the city of Bright Falls as a vacation. His wife convinced him to come. And ever since he's got to Bright Falls, weird stuff's been going on.
Very weird stuff.
Very weird stuff. And we're on chapter 4. I can't remember what it's called.
The truth.
Oh, The Truth. Oh, yes, it is The Truth. The
It's
name
The
is very
Truth.
fitting now that you say that. yeah, we learn a bunch in this chapter. So, yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know what's real and what's not.
Okay, well, I mean, this chapter's the truth, so.
I mean, they call it the truth, but is it the truth?
I think it is, yes.
So
So
we actually wake up to Dr. Hartman.
Yes.
And he's just filled us full of some drugs.
And he's saying, "Oh, Alan, you've lost your marbles. You've been crazy ever since your wife died in the car crash. You've been here for a while now. You just don't remember."
Yeah. He's trying to convince you that your wife is dead.
Yep.
Died in a car crash or drowned or something. And he's been treating you. And you've been having these episodes about the darkness and the light.
Yeah, and we've denied that she's dead and everything like that.
Yeah.
And we're at his like little creative people's retreat where he like helps people that are creative get back their mojo. So we wake up in the room and it's like, he's like, let's go on the tour.
Let's go on the tour.
Let's reacquaint you because you forgot you've been staying here for a while.
Yeah.
So Hartman and his little bodyguard take us on a tour of the lodge, which is very big and
it's huge,
nicely designed and nice to look at.
I'd stay there.
Yep,
it's got a great view of the peak.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy people there. Oh, you're not supposed to say crazy. There's a lot of people in need of help there.
Yes.
And did you stop and listen to all of what they said and talk to them and everything?
Yeah, I talked to the brothers.
Oh yeah.
I talked to the guy on the balcony.
The painter?
The painter who was painting just Alan
He's
Wake.
like, I painted a picture of you, Alan, and you're just like, holy, look at this painting.
And yeah, the painting's just black.
It's black with like a vague shape of Alan Wake, like basically like looking like terrified or screaming or something like that.
Yeah, and everything seems kind of normal right now.
Yeah, more or less. Did you talk to the guy doing like his crane style kicks and everything in the main lodge? The crazy guy?
See him. I think I heard him, but I don't think
there was
a
guy that was just sitting on a couch there, and he was doing crane kicks and talking about how, like, what did he say? Like something like he was talking like you're not real or something like that or whatever. Oh, and the other thing too is that the two brothers, what are their names? Tor and Odin? Yeah, Tor and Odin. They're like, they called you Tom. Did you hear that?
Yeah. I was like, what?
Yeah, Thomas Zane, the name of the author that was supposedly at Cauldron Lake. When we first showed up in the game and go to Cauldron Lake, maybe you missed it, but there's one of the tables you could interact with was like all these Thomas Zane novels. And I
read that.
Who's this Thomas Zane guy? I never heard of him. And he apparently was an author in like Bright Falls or whatever.
Yeah.
But these guys called you Tom when you were talking to him. But it was also crazy too, because I mean, we tour through the place and, look around and check everything out. But you go to talk to the two brothers, and then in the cutscene, they're talking to you about, you need to go to the farm. The answers are there. And like, I kept this sheet for you. It really itched me or scratched me up when I kept it. And they gave you a piece of the manuscript that you've been losing all over the place. And Alan's like, oh yeah, okay, I haven't lost it. Like, everything has been happening. Like, they had a manuscript, but they had the little toy hammer that they were hitting him with, like squeaky hammer they kept hitting him with, which I was like, that's a weird part of this scene. Like, what's going on with that? But then we eventually go back to our room, and then there's like commotion going on. So the bodyguard is like, you stay here, get to writing. The idea with this is Dr. Hartman wants you to write this story for him to basically sell. Hartman is like, he's not creative, but he sees himself like as an executive producer. Like, he'll get you going where you need to go. He's in charge. He gives you the ideas, but you take care of it. So the bodyguard's like, start writing. I'll come back. I got to see what's going on. But the power, things start going weird. So you head out and
there's a big storm going on.
Yeah.
Right now.
And then you go out, and Tor and Odin have hit the nurse over the head with a real hammer.
Yeah.
So the little fake hammer turned into a real hammer somehow.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going on. Like, they willed this real hammer into existence or whatever.
Maybe they wrote it.
Because the fake hammer is not anywhere to be seen, right?
No.
She's not dead, I don't think. I think they just knocked her out.
There's no blood pooling on the ground.
But, things are going down as they do in the old Alan Wake universe where there's we're getting attacked by a chair and stuff like that.
Yeah, you get the keys from the nurse and you try and get into Dr. Hartman's office.
Yeah, and Hartman comes through. We find Barry, who's been kind of kidnapped. He's locked away.
There's a tape that you can go and play.
Oh, of Alice?
Of Alice,
yes.
Talking about how you are losing your mind and she's sending you to this.
Yeah, she's going to bring you here. And how, when she looks at Alan, it's it's not him and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not him.
It's the dark presence.
Yeah. And so you get into Hartman's office, and Barry's there, trapped in Hartman's office.
So one of the manuscript pages you find earlier says, basically says that Barry's been kidnapped by Hartman.
Yeah.
But you find him in there, let him go. We go into Hartman's office. We're trying to get some info. Convenient gun on his desk. So we get convenient. That. But then Hartman comes in and is trying to, talk you down, whatever. But then the dark presence comes in and it's oh, Hartman's going to be the boss we got to fight.
Yeah.
The dark presence took him. So now we're trying to break out of the lodge and the lights are all off and we have to try to get through it.
Yeah, we got to turn on a generator.
Yeah, the generator destroys all the flying furniture that's trying to kill us. We get outside. Barry's
there's
waiting.
This whole ball puzzle where you have to lure the ball to break the doors to get out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it a puzzle really. But yeah, you have to stand in front of the front door so the ball gets launched at the door and breaks through it.
Yeah.
But Barry's outside, but he's conveniently locked the gate. So we can't get out.
Yeah, and so you have to go through the hedge maze.
And I was hedge maze, you say? Okay.
I was like,
straight from The Shining.
On.
Straight from The Shining.
I just turboed through this as fast as I could. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this stupid hedge maze.
There's no way to get lost in it.
No.
They all go to the same spot.
Yeah, I turboed through it, grabbed as much supplies in there as I could, and then outside you fight Hartman at the gazebo, while also being attacked by birds.
Yeah, that was
I now at this point I was like, no, come on, this is stupid.
Yeah, so we beat them and continue on. It wasn't the boss fights are not tough or anything. It's just let's extend the game's length here a little bit.
Yeah,
I guess maybe it adds a little bit of tension to it, but not really. But we eventually get to the gate where Barry is actually we can meet up with him, and it's we're like, Barry, why is the gate closed? And he's like, oh, I got scared and the bad guys came, and then I closed the gate and the key fell out. You're gonna have to wait while I find the key.
So yeah, big, just unlimited enemies trying to get at you in this point, and I was just flare, get out of here, flare, get out of here,
exactly.
Flare.
I did get an achievement there for using a flare gun and killing 5 guys with one shot or something like that. So
I think I got that achievement a while back.
Yeah, but you go through and we escape with Barry, and the idea is we're gonna go to the Andersons' farm because they say that they left a message there with the answer.
Yeah.
When you finally get the answer, it's why didn't they just tell us this?
Yeah, exactly.
I get why they need to make this level, but it was just they could have just said what we found out. But of course, sorry, go ahead.
So we're going down to the Anderson farm. I can't remember. There's a rock slide that happens.
And I'm like, of course, Alan crashes the car again.
Yeah.
So we crash again.
Barry was driving, though.
Well, okay. Barry was driving, but we crash another car.
Yeah.
We get separated from Barry. He's down below. We're up top. We have to make our way through the train area.
Yeah, with no light, no weapons,
no
weapon.
The
darkness possessing everything and throwing it at you.
There's just trains flying at you, and you're just running.
I was like, I just went through this point as fast as possible. No, I'm not doing this.
I ran around a little bit looking for thermoses and stuff.
Yeah, I got a couple manuscript pages and a couple thermoses,
But you get to a part where you have to turn on a light to burn down this gate, and then you go through it. And in that area, I think we had a gun at that point, but nothing else. I don't think I had any flares or anything else. I think I just had a gun.
I'm not entirely sure.
But as you're running through the forest and the dark presence is sending guys to attack you, there's a generator. And I'm like, let me turn on this generator. Because a light will turn on or something, right? So I tried to turn it on, and literally 3 times I got killed. I couldn't turn it on in time. So finally I was like, okay, maybe I have to come back to this thing and there's a secret or something like that. So I went past it, get to the next area, find flares and a gun and everything like that. So I'm like, okay, I'll go back.
Yeah.
So I go all the way back. No enemies spawn when you go back.
Yeah.
And then you get to the generator and you turn it on and all it is a light. There's literally nothing else.
Yeah, I thought that's what it would be. It's just a light. So I went there. I tried to turn it on. I got hit with an axe once, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
Done.
I don't know what. Maybe
Carry on.
we must have missed some flares or something somewhere.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I could not turn that generator on.
No, me neither.
I tried 3 times. I tried like, okay, the first time I was running and then I was tired walking up to it. So like the next time I was like, I'll walk until the bad guys spawn, then I'll run over. It wouldn't work. So I died like 3 times there. So anyways, that part was weird.
Yeah.
But eventually we get to
a cabin. We see a truck go up to a cabin.
Yeah. And we
we're
think
like,
it's
oh,
Barry. Yeah, yeah.
So we go up to this cabin because it's before we can even get to the farm. And we get to this cabin and you get inside and all of a sudden you can hear some guy just yelling.
Getting murdered upstairs.
Like, oh my God, is that Barry? No, that doesn't sound like Barry.
So as this guy's getting murdered, I'm like, sorry, I have to investigate this floor first. So I walked all around and like looked at every room and saw if I could find anything, whatever. You go upstairs and it's actually the guy we met in like chapter 1 or 2 who was in the prison.
Yeah.
Talking about how he got in a fight with his friend, but his friend wasn't his friend.
Yeah. And
he was only down here trying to get some moonshine from the Anderson farm because they would make moonshine.
Crazy moonshine.
Yeah. He dies. He's dead, but he tells you about how, shit's messed up. And it's like, we know this already. So now we get to drive a truck.
God.
The driving.
Oh, it's awful.
So bad in this game.
They could have added a few more sounds to the driving to make it sound better.
But like this truck, all these vehicles are so gutless. Like
gutless, slippery.
Yeah, it's just terrible. But did you drive around all the spots, or did you just go straight where you needed to go?
I drove around a little bit. I got one thermos. But
yeah. Did you go up like the watchtower and listen to the radio and stuff?
No, I didn't even know you could go up there.
Yeah, I went up to the watchtower and I drove around, checking it out. And then I got to the part where the water tower collapses on the road. Yep. And then I drove around and I parked by the gate and I just was like, well, whatever. There's guys coming up behind me. I'll just run to the next light. But then it's like, oh, this I don't even know what it is. A loader or something starts attacking you and you can't get by. So I tried to throw a flashbang at it, but it didn't do enough damage to it. And then I just got like a ramrodded by all these guys. So I had to do it again, unfortunately. But the next time I made sure everybody was dead. I shone my truck lights at them. Then I drive over. Oh, that was the other thing too, is that there was 3 vehicles in this level. So I drove to the first house. I got out, got in the house, got in the Jeep, drove it up to the watchtower, parked there, went up the watchtower, came down, drove the car down. So I switched all the vehicles around. But yeah, then you have to fight this stupid excavator or whatever.
Yeah, it's a log feller.
Yeah, and it's just swinging wildly. Yeah. So I just show, you shine your flashlight at it till it goes away and whatever. Yep.
I was like, this is coming alive for sure. There's no way that's not coming alive.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I was just running up to it and I was like, oh crap.
And then we get to the field,
yes.
And in the field is a giant stage because Thor and Odin were rockers.
Yeah, from the Old Gods of Asgard.
Yeah,
I
the
think
Old
is
God
the
of
band.
Asgard. And yeah, they had this crazy stage set up.
Fireworks, pyrotechnics, everything.
And Barry's behind the controls.
He's decided he's going to become a DJ.
Yeah.
So Barry's behind the controls. You're on the stage. You're getting assaulted by tons of dudes. And you have to hold them off while Barry tries to figure out how to fire off the fireworks and stuff like that. And the music is playing, the rock, the heavy metal song from the Old Gods of Asgard is playing. I love this scene. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. I remember the first time I played it, I was like, "Oh, this is incredible! This is so good."
This is where you get the 3rd flashlight upgrade. You get this turbo torch that just
this was like a 6-volt or whatever.
Yeah, it just instantly gets rid of the darkness on the the lower enemies.
Yeah, so I would just stay on the stage, and if they came up on the stage, I'd blast them. But I just let Barry do his thing. Just all of a sudden, there'd be a huge firework explosion, and just everybody would be dead. It was great.
Yeah, and I got the pump action shotgun there, and that was such a help.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, it's crazy how Alan can hold that flashlight and shoot a shotgun at the same time.
Yeah, the giant one.
Yeah. But after this, it's basically just make your way through like a grain silo. You have to climb up and come back around and open the gate for Barry to come through because he's useless.
Yeah, and you see when you go through one of the barns, there's a combine harvester there, and I'm like, there's no way this isn't coming alive and attacking us.
Exactly. I was looking at all the stuff they had in the barn. Like, it's crazy, like the detail they put into like all this stuff that you can barely see.
Yes.
Like there's like these Welsh or whatever, like I don't even know what you call them, like stone plinths in the one shed, and you can shine a flashlight on them. You see all the Celtic designs on them, but like you can never see it as like anything that's not obscured really, or even the big boat that you have to like let go to smash through the door. There's like a Viking longship on the roof, and you can barely even tell what's going on. You can barely make it out.
You can see the shields on the side and the general shape, but there's a lot of, you can see there's a lot of detail inside, but they can't. It's always pitch black.
It would have been interesting if they had a mode where you could play the game in just like full sunlight, just like a tour mode, just to look at everything, because there's like a lot of stuff that's just like you can barely see what's going on. But you fight, and then the combine comes to life, and you have to like fight the combine, and Alan's pretty tough, so he can take a few hits from the combine. But that combine did not last very long.
No, I had that ultra powerful flashlight, dude. Just turboed it down.
But we finally get into the house, and we had read a manuscript page that said like they finally get to the house. And Barry and Alan are like, we need to take a break. Let's blow off some steam and just get drunk. And then Nightingale arrests Alan. So you kind of know at the end of this, you're going to get arrested by Nightingale. And we go into the house. The power's out. We have to turn the breaker on. We hear the music playing, and they're like, oh, that's the message. What's the message? And the message is like, talk to the woman with the light. And it's like, well, that's like the first woman we met in Bright Falls was like the light woman in the cafe at the start of the game. Yeah. Where she seemed to know what was going on. So I was like, why didn't they just tell us this at the fucking lodge? But I don't know. Maybe the implication is that, well, they're old. They probably don't remember what the message is.
No.
And they had to have a level.
Yeah.
And then they find the moonshine and they get all blitzed up, and
Alan Wake has an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, this was interesting because then you see the actual, like, what actually happened at Cauldron Lake, or what sort of...
Yeah, so you get transported back in time, so you can see from when...
the lights went out.
When the lights went out and Alice started screaming. So you can you can be out of body and follow yourself back and kind of like look around more and see what happened. And it shows you... you come back and Alice is screaming. You see like the broken railing on the
which we'd seen all this part. We saw up until the part where Alan jumps into the water, but after that, the next thing we remember is waking up in the crash car.
Yeah, so Alan jumps into the water and then swims around a bunch, can't find Alice, and comes back out.
Yeah, and then the old woman, which is I can't remember her name, Jagger or something like that. It's Thomas Zane's like girlfriend, but not the girlfriend. Barbara Jagger.
Barbara Jagger.
It's not actually her. The Dark Presence is just using her body for like the last 20 years or whatever.
Yeah, and so she forces you into the cabin to type.
Yeah,
and you just start.
You got to write the story for her. And you sort of know that you're under control, but you're writing the story, but you're writing in parts to help yourself.
Yeah.
So you write in the part of Thomas Zane coming in with the light to free you from it.
Yeah,
because what you're writing is coming true.
Yeah, so this is where we first get to see Thomas Zane,
we've seen him,
but we didn't know what he was. This is his first part.
One of the first things we see in the game after we crash is on the billboard. I don't know if you remember it. Where the first QR code is.
Yeah,
there's a poster of a man in a diving suit. Yeah. So that's they're showing that this is happening, but. The only time we see him really before is like the three lights shining at us, where he'll say cryptic things like,
and you don't really know what it is.
Pick up the flashlight, Alan.
You don't really know who he is. Yeah. But yeah, you've written him into the story to help you and draw manuscript pages along.
So he comes in, freezes us. We leave. He's trying to collect the manuscript. The Dark Presence wakes up and attacks Thomas Zane. Yeah. And we escape. Groggy AF. Get in the car, start
we've been there
driving.
For 10 days.
Yeah, we've been there for like a week. Then we crash the car, and that's where we come to in the crash car in the earlier chapter, not knowing where Alice is, because we don't know what has been happening to us for the last 7 days or whatever. So that's the out of body experience. And then we wake up and Nightingale's there ready to arrest us.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is like, you may think like, why is Alan writing this? Like he's fighting these bad guys. He's getting beat up. Like, why is he writing this? And Alan says in his thing, the flashback, or one of the things, I can't remember exactly when, he has to write this horror story realistically. Like the hero cannot win just because you say the hero wins.
Yeah.
It has to be like he has to go through trials and tribulations. Otherwise, it's like a hollow victory and it's not real.
Yeah.
So that's why he's writing it like he's getting attacked and, you know, this, that, and the other thing. So it's interesting anyways. I don't remember anything after this point in the game, really. I remember vague things about like what happens, but yeah, this was the last chapter where I was like, maybe it's because this is the most memorable chapter with the stage and all that crazy fireworks and stuff like that. But I don't really remember what happens after this part. So
no, very good.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen next. And again, yeah, the gameplay. This is kind of like another one where it's like Guardians of the Galaxy. The gameplay is not not doing it, but the story is like, oh, what's going to happen next?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the chapter when Nightingale's there, it's like, oh, damn it, this chapter's over. Like, what's going to happen next? So
at least in Guardians, I was still like walking around trying to find everything.
Yeah.
And this one, I'm not really because it's so dark.
Yeah, that is part of the problem for sure. The game doesn't want you to adventure off, really.
No.
Because you'll start adventuring and then it's like the darkness starts swirling and you're just going to get attacked again. So it's just like, why would I even try?
The subpar combat isn't...
Yeah.
It's just so superbly subpar.
Even only if they had added in, like sometimes when the enemies spawn, the camera will zoom out and show you like, hey, you're going to get attacked from behind here. But if you're already in a battle and another guy spawns behind you, there's no indication.
No.
You just all of a sudden get clubbed in the head. Yeah. Whereas like in a more modern game, there'd at least be a little arrow pointing over your shoulder like, hey, an attack is coming in. So even that change would have made a big difference, I think, in the combat.
Yeah. Here's another gripe.
Uh-huh.
When you see a manuscript page, it's just sitting there, it's glowing bright white, and you pick it up, and you're like, great. If you see a bear trap, it's sitting there, it's glowing bright white, just like a manuscript page. You're like, oh, look, a manuscript page. Nope. Yeah. Bear trap.
Yeah. I know.
Debated.
I get why they did that. They don't want you just to be walking over random bear traps. So they only glow when you shine your flashlight on them. They give them a glint for a couple seconds so you know where they are.
Oh.
It's not like they're glowing continually.
Playing on easy, they glow continuously.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I can see them all, and I'm like, oh my God. I see one, I'm like, oh, look, a manuscript page.
Yeah, well, there was the part in the chapter where I think Thomas comes to talk to you. And he's like, I'm trying to spread out the manuscript pages so you can find them easily. And then, right at that point, there's a manuscript page, and then there's like 4 bear traps. I'm like, oh, look at all the manuscript pages.
Yes.
And then I walked up, I'm like, oh, no, it's a bear trap. But yeah, on normal difficulty, they only glow when you shine on your light on them, and they only shine briefly.
Yeah, on easy, they just continuously shine like manuscript pages.
Interesting. Yeah. No, they don't do that on normal. Huh. So... I'm still, I can't wait to see where the story goes.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, I remember the vagaries, but I don't really remember.
The vagaries.
And the other thing, too, is I keep looking at the statistics, and I'm like, I still haven't found any Alan Wake standees. Like, there was the one in the chapter that Barry's, like, holding up, like, oh, I'm Alan Wake, and I'm a moody writer, and all the ladies love me because I'm so mysterious.
There's standees?
Yeah, well, there was Barry was carrying the one under his arm.
I know Barry's carrying one, but there's ones you can find just out in the wild. Well, that's the thing,
and there's also Night Springs video games you can find. What? And I haven't found any either, and I'm like, where are they? And then I was like, oh, those are the 2 collectibles in the DLC ones, the Writer and the Signal, the 2 DLCs that were added after. That's why we're not finding them. So
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still enjoying it. But I think the next game we do for Game Club, we gotta get something that has good gameplay.
Yes.
Like, it's gotta be something with good gameplay. I don't know what, but it's gotta be something. So, if anyone has a suggestion for the next Game Club game, let us know. I think there's still, like, 4 chapters left in this game. I'm not sure exactly how
there's
many.
only 2.
Oh, okay. There's 6 chapters total.
6 chapters total.
And then, I don't know if we'll do the DLC or not. I don't think the DLC really does too much for the story. But yeah, we're gonna need another game. So if anyone has a suggestion,
Yeah, let us know.
Cool.
Send us a tweet at StreamVoid
Sure.
Pod.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
All right, let's roll into the news then. Just rolling straight along.
Okay,
There's not much to talk about this week.
let's talk about Alan Wake.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about Alan Wake. An Alan Wake TV show is in development at AMC.
Yes. So, I mean, they've been talking about Alan Wake TV show for a while now. It kind of lends itself pretty well to a.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, it's set up as a TV show. Like every time you play it, it's not actually. There's not chapters in this game. They're actually called episodes.
Yeah.
And every time you restart it at a part in between a episode, it's like previously on Alan Wake, and they show you what happened in like the previous episodes.
Yeah.
So it could make a very interesting series, I think. Of course, whenever they do these like adaptions, they always are not very literal to the source material.
No.
So, I mean, that's okay, but I don't know. Do you think like they would use this guy? Like the guy that played Alan Wake? Like he's an actual dude.
Yeah, no, I see. Well, in all those episodes of where he's on the TV, it's actually that's all live action.
The thing is I don't think it's his voice. So I don't know. I'd be interested in seeing this for sure. I don't know. Have there ever been a good TV movie or a video game TV show adaptation? I don't think so. I mean, there's Castlevania, like the anime.
Yeah, that was really good.
Which is good, but that's different than a live action thing. The Halo live action show, I think, is enjoyed by people that don't like Halo. I'm reading on people that on Reddit really do not like it because it's not like it's too human. Like the Master Chief always has his helmet off and he's like a real dude and he's like
Master Chief doesn't take his helmet off.
In the show?
No, just
well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying like people that don't know Halo like the show.
Yeah.
But anyone that's like knows the game, they don't like it because it's like taking all the sort of Halo stuff.
Yeah.
Throwing it to the wall. But I mean, like really, could a Halo show where he's just wearing his suit all the time and just saying like stay frosty? Like
I mean, it worked with Judge Dredd. With Dredd.
Yeah, but that's a movie. And they had his girl Judge, what was her name?
Judge
to be
Judy?
the human side. Yes, Judge Judy was her name. No, the other judge, the rookie judge, to like be the humanity side. And like, what's in Halo? You've got the Master Chief and Cortana, like two robotic ass personalities. Like, it's fine for a game. For a show, I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
for a show. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would make an interesting show.
Yeah, no, I think it'd probably be pretty good
if it stayed along the same beats, but like changed it up a bit, because obviously we're gonna know how it goes. But
yeah,
it's an AMC. They
do good stuff.
They
sometimes.
seem to do pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
They got the Breaking Bads and the Better Call Sauls and the Walking Dead, so they're not afraid of like
out there material.
Well,
risque
like,
material.
It's more of an adult like thing, you know. Like it's not like. It's not like if it was like Alan Wake coming to the CW, I'd be like, oh, fuck. Terrible.
Teen romance. Ugh.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know what CW does.
Yeah, they do Arrow and The Flash and all those terrible DC shows.
Oh, terrible DC.
Yeah.
Very good.
Those are all terrible, by the way.
I haven't seen any of them.
Don't. They're just god awful. Actually, if you want a good laugh, you should like Google like Supergirl, like CGI fights and stuff like that.
Oh, I've seen a Supergirl
the CGI is just terrible. It's crazy.
Nine Arsons and I watched a little bit of the Supergirl show.
Terrible.
I was like, oh,
terrible,
it's
terrible.
It's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like the CGI in the DC movies too.
No, the DC movies are much better than the TV shows. Like, come on, be real. There's one they fight a big cat. Like, it's literally like they took Frank and blew him up to be big. It's just terrible. So
Big Frank, that's a sight.
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
take a Big Frank.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, Frank?
He'd smother you to death, though.
Probably.
Just roll all over. Yeah. Imagine the purring from a big cat like that. Shake the foundation of the house.
I don't know how big the cat is in the show, so I don't know.
Like as big as a building.
Oh, well, geez.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
They just rotoscoped a big cat.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Just don't worry about the lighting. Just rotoscope it, just blow it up.
Yeah.
Fine.
Exactly.
Great.
It's terrible. Yeah, I would watch this. And I don't watch much TV.
No, but this is your kind of show because you're Twin Peaks fan.
Yeah, exactly. That was I want to play this game called God, what's it called? It was released for the 360. Deadly Premonition. It's so heavily inspired by Twin Peaks, but man, the gameplay is just terrible. Oh my God. I think the problem actually is that you cannot invert controls in it.
No.
So I was trying to play it and I was just like, I cannot wrap my brain around this. That reverse brain.
The old backwards brain going on.
Exactly. So Alan Wake TV show game. I don't know. I should see if there's like a novelization or something like that. I'd read that.
Yeah. You would.
It's right up my alley.
It is up your alley.
Got a wide alley.
It was ultra wide.
Oh no. Oh my God.
Speaking of ultra wide, Starfield
Uh-huh.
and Redfall
Yeah.
delayed till 2023.
Oh no! Why? Oh my God! What are they doing
not?
to me, dude?
Why not?
But they had such a nice date that they were going to release Starfield on 11/11/22.
Yeah, well, it's not happening.
Oh my God! But
I'd read the article, but Eurogamer.
Oh yeah, you just say no. You don't want to sign up. It'll show you.
No, it just wants me to not block ads.
I mean, I got rid of it somehow. Anyways,
so
yeah, they're coming out 2023. But Microsoft has literally nothing coming out this year now. Like they have a few like exclusives, like Tunic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like this was going to be Starfield was it. This was like the reason to own an Xbox this year, and now it's delayed to 2023. I mean, okay, I guess it's a good thing. Like the game needs more.
Don't put
time.
out a subpar game. Let it bake a little bit more.
It needs more time to be better. Okay, great. But I was like, man, so looking forward to this, and like. The Bethesda Microsoft showcase is like next month. I was like, they're going to show off Starfield. They're going to show me what it is. It's going to come out this year. Like, this is it. Here we go. And then it's like, no.
I think they're still going to show you what it is and show it off.
Maybe a little bit.
But
I don't know, dude. So, well, it's definitely not coming out till 2023. And then Redfall was like the one that is like, sort of like, what's that Valve death game, murder game with zombies? Back to Blood is not the real one.
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead. This is like that, but vampires. I remember we watched the trailer.
Oh yeah.
And they had all abilities and stuff like that. It's almost like a hero asymmetrical shooter thing where you're vampires or fighting vampires or something like that.
Fighting vampires. Yes, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that should be interesting too. It would have come to Game Pass, so I would have checked it out, basically. But yeah, man, Starfield 2023. What a sad day. Like, when was the last Bethesda game released? Like, true Bethesda. It was Fallout 4. I mean, Fallout 76, I guess, came from Bethesda as well.
Yeah, and that was released in 2018.
Yeah, so it's going to be 5 years between... just a game! It's not like 5 years before when it was like 5 years between different Elder Scrolls games. It's 5 years between a game now. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It is just crazy.
That's a while. I mean, unless you like talk about their other IPs.
Well, I mean, they like Bethesda owns like the people that released like
Deathloop.
Well, Deathloop. That was Bethesda.
Yeah.
Or that wasn't Machine Games published by Bethesda?
It's probably Machine Games.
Yeah.
Let's look.
Yeah, I totally forgot about Deathloop because that one's PS5 exclusive.
Yeah.
That one's totally out of my brain. It's just, crazy. And I mean, like, I guess Deathloop, it's not really like a Fallout or an Elder Scrolls or what Starfield is potentially going to be. It's just a different caliber of game, really. Like, no one would be like, I don't know. I guess maybe Deathloop is a system seller, but I think something like Elder Scrolls or Fallout or Starfield is a system seller, where people will be like, I must purchase an Xbox to play this game now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it was when I saw that this morning, I was like, for fuck's sakes, why you gotta do this?
Made by Arcane.
Huh? Arcane?
Yeah.
Okay, Arcane Studios. Yeah. So that's one that was just owned by Bethesda.
Yeah.
So not really a Bethesda game.
Not really a first party Bethesda game.
So anyways, it's
going
to take a few years before Microsoft starts to see any money made from Bethesda stuff.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll have some sort of surprise for us on the Microsoft show thing. Maybe this is like, actually, we've been working on Elder Scrolls this whole time.
That's going to come out before Starfield.
Okay, now I'm talking crazy here.
Yeah.
But I'm still waiting on the Commander Keen free-to-play game. Where's that?
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Get that Commander Keen bouncing going back.
No, thank you. I'm
No?
good. I'm
right.
full up on the Commander Keen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, whatever.
Next up,
Uh-huh.
Square Enix.
Yep.
Oh my God, where'd my article? Square Enix reveals its plans to establish new studios and acquire others.
I'm going to make a prediction here. Square Enix is going to go out of business. Like, they're making all the wrong moves right now.
Yeah, they sold off all of their Western IPs for $300 million, almost, as we discussed last podcast.
Yeah,
and
Tomb
now they're
Raider.
like, well, let's just get some more.
Well, that, and they want to... The whole thing is they want to get NFT games going. For some reason, Square Enix president is like, NFT games, that's what we're going to do.
Let's not do that.
And they're investing all this money into blockchain technology and all this crap. And it's like, not good. They had their...
It's not it.
They had their financials come out, and they basically were held aloft by Final Fantasy 14. All the money they make from that game. And I can understand now why that this president is like, NFTs are the way of the future. He's looking at Final Fantasy 15 or 14. And what's the difference to him between that and an NFT game? Like, you could trade the sword in the game as an NFT.
Yeah.
Like, and we could take a cutoff time every time it's traded or whatever. And you don't earn money in the game by killing things like Gil or whatever. You play for X amount of hours and you get X amount of Gil or whatever, you know?
It's not Gil. It's going to be some kind of
No, it'll be
cryptocurrency.
Gil. Well, it'll be the Gil cryptocurrency
Yeah.
or something like that. Like, something like that. And then you'll trade it for this NFT sword or NFT shield and whatever. It's just like, oh no. So it's good and bad. Like, Square Enix is going to go under, but that means they're going to get bought up by somebody.
Yeah.
Who will like have the IPs and deal with the IPs. But even then, like, okay, you own the Final Fantasy IP. Well, what do you actually own there? Like, it's not like they make sequels to Final Fantasies ever, really.
No, not true.
It's always just the name Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
But
unless you have like an X2 or an X3.
well, and yeah, true. But they've only done that a couple times, really. So you own the Final Fantasy name. Each game is like different. It's not like you play Final Fantasy 8 and then Final Fantasy 9 and you're like, they're the same game. It's like
not.
They're RPGs, yes, but other than that, they don't play the same.
No, they're and completely different storylines, completely different worlds.
Well, sometimes they do like using Evil East a lot as the world, but it's just always different characters, different gameplay types. Like you're drawing in Final Fantasy 8 and you're using items to learn spells and abilities in Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 10 Sphere Grid, Final Fantasy 11 MMO, Final Fantasy 12 is like a fake MMO style license grid game. Final Fantasy 13 is all like auto battler style, and like they're just so different all around. So yeah, I mean, the IPs for Final Fantasy, not really worth anything. Dragon Quest, on the other hand, I would argue is a way more valuable, like, franchise for them in the East.
Yeah.
And it could be bigger in the West, but again, that one is like the same producer produces every Dragon Quest game, and he is very specific about things he does. Like, there's no voice acting in them. Like, I mean, they added voice acting into the American release, but yeah, I don't know. And purchasing a Japanese company isn't as easy. Like, Microsoft couldn't go in and be like, we own Square Enix now.
No.
Like, there's laws in Japan that you have to have, like, the owner has to be a Japanese citizen, I think, so they could hire somebody to run the company's own it. Anyways, it's not like Microsoft. So if anything, it'd be like Nintendo buys them, Sega buys them, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But like, how much could Square Enix be worth? They sold off a third of their catalog for $300 million. Like, $1 billion? Could someone come in and buy Square Enix tomorrow? Like, Nintendo could do it like that.
$5.9 billion market cap.
Yeah, I guess so. But Nintendo could do that, no problem.
Yeah.
And when they go out of business, it'll be even less. So, but yeah, $300 million. to sell off Tomb Raider, Crystal Dynamics, IDOS, whatever. And they're going to take that money and invest it into opening new studios, which is going to cost more than $300 million.
Yeah.
Invest in blockchain. I guess maybe they just wanted to have more studios in the East, like in Japan, closer to the home office. I don't know.
Nintendo's only worth $55 billion.
Yeah, but Nintendo has about like $100 billion in the bank. So, yeah.
Microsoft, $2.3 trillion.
Yeah. Nintendo's got a lot of money in the bank from the Wii days and the Switch days, especially the Wii days when the Wii cost about $50 for them to make, and they sold like a quadrillion of them.
Sega, $3.6 billion.
See, like, anyways, Sega, I don't know. Sega IP is worth like, I don't know. Is the Sega IP worth more or less than Final Fantasy? I guess the Final Fantasy name is worth a lot, but
yeah,
the Square IPs, I don't know. Anyways, rest in peace, Square Enix.
Go, yep, could be.
I mean, they've always made the stupidest decisions.
Oh yeah,
like
for sure.
The Final Fantasy Spirits Within movie that almost tanked them. Yeah,
they had to get in there, get their movie chops going.
Well, they just whatever his name here, Hironobu Sakaguchi, just really wanted to be a movie director.
Yeah.
So they set up a whole studio in Hawaii for him to make a movie, and it was like, oh, this movie didn't make any money. Damn it.
I liked it.
It was fine, but man, if you revisit it now, it's like, ooh, this is like a PS2 cutscene. In fact, probably worse than a PS2 cutscene. I think like the Final Fantasy X cutscenes probably look better than Spirits Within.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because didn't Final Fantasy Spirits Within, wasn't that PlayStation 1 era?
I think so.
Yeah, I think Final Fantasy X's cutscenes look better than the movie.
We'll do a hot side-by-side after the show and the post-show.
Yeah, okay.
All right, next up.
Yep.
Robocop.
I've heard of him.
Coming to Fortnite.
Oh!
You can get your hot Robocop skin in Fortnite.
Oh my god. Why does Fortnite keep trying to get me to play that game? They remove building mode. They add Robocop skin. Like, can you like taunt and have him say like dead or alive? You're coming with me? I would
imagine so. And it looks like you're going to be able to ride the
Ed 201?
Ed 201.
Oh my god. I might have to install Fortnite. I think they've done it.
Okay, it's an emote, the Lil Ed 209 bundle.
Oh, 209. Emote. Oh my god. Oh, you have to pay to get the Robocop skin?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I don't care then. Maybe I
mean, there's no building in Fortnite. You'd probably have a lot more fun now.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe we should try that, MikeyT33.
Yes. I think I have it installed.
Maybe I'd have to reinstall it and see. Actually, I don't think I ever installed it on my PC. I think I strictly played my matches on Xbox. Yeah, I saw this skin and I was like, first of all, what Robocop is it? Is it like Peter Weller Robocop? And I'm pretty sure it's Peter Weller Robocop.
Yeah, it's Peter Weller Robocop.
So I was like, damn.
It's the classic skin.
Yeah, it's classic Robocop, the best Robocop. Yeah. I was like, they keep putting stuff in where I'm like, do I have to play Fortnite? I mean, it's good that they were really going hard on the Marvel stuff.
Yeah,
like big
for quite
time,
a while.
For quite a while. And
RoboCop's kind of an interesting addition to that because the RoboCop doesn't speak to the kids.
It's speaking to me. I think that's the point.
Yeah, but you're not the kid.
I think it's the point, though, is like they've got the kids. They don't need the kids. They need everybody else.
Yeah.
So like Howdy Doody is going to be added to Fortnite next week to get the friggin' geriatrics in here.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I guess, I don't know, like if I played it and I enjoyed it, maybe I'd get a Robocop skin. The art style still just turns me off.
Yeah.
A lot.
You're going to have a lot more fun playing Apex. Apex still just I feel like Apex just feels better to play.
Oh yeah, for sure. But the main thing with Fortnite was the building.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't like the building. Can you still break down buildings in this mode?
I don't know.
Could you destroy a house and fall to the ground or something like that?
I don't know.
Yeah. I also don't like that it's third person.
Yes. I don't like that either.
Yeah. So. But, yeah, Robocop in anything, if it's Peter Weller Robocop, I'm kind of down with it.
Yeah, Robocop
I'd check it out for sure. So, good old Fortnite continues to, like, I don't know, defy my expectations about what it's going to do next. So
yeah,
it's very good.
Wonder when the next concert is and who that's going to be.
Well, they want to get the geriatric, so it's probably going to be a Neil Diamond tribute.
It's going to be Def Leppard.
Mungo Jerry.
It'll be Mungo Jerry for sure.
Def Leppard, do you want to get rocked? They got a one-armed drummer just wailing on the drums.
Yeah, Def Leppard would be a pretty good concert.
It'd be interesting anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could do Duran, like who knows?
Yeah. Duran.
Or no, it should be Starship. Because they built this city.
Yeah, they did build this city. Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
perfect.
Thank you, Epic. You can have that one for free.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Lastly, we have a thing. Where the hell did my notes go?
Wata Games.
Wata Games
filed in California over alleged deceptive activities.
Yeah, so we were talking about them jacking up the prices on video games for sale on the auction house market.
Yeah.
And so there's lots of price fiction going on between Wata and the auction houses.
Well, I mean,
the one auction, Sotheby's.
The main
what was
thing,
it called?
Wata is the auction house, I think.
No, Wata's the.
They're
they're the grader.
Yeah. The grader, yeah. No, it was
Heritage
like,
Auctions.
Heritage, yeah. So the thing is, like, the guy that like owns Wata also has like a part in Heritage Auctions or something like that. So they're saying it's deceptive because they didn't say like he owns it, but it is public. It was public information.
Yeah,
like you could find it if you look for it.
Oh,
they
yeah,
didn't
sure.
just say like, "Hey, this guy is doing both" or whatever. So is it a deceptive? I don't know if it's deceptive. It's maybe I wouldn't. Is it dishonest? No. I guess it may. I mean, deceptive. I guess so. They didn't come out and say like, "Hey, they're interlocked here" or whatever. But it wasn't hidden away. You know, you'd have to do your own due diligence to find it out. But I mean, we talked about this before when they were selling the like $100,000 thing, and it was like this has to be just them pumping them up. Like they auctioned it off. Oh, a anonymous bidder has bid $100,000. Oh well, who could it be? Like you don't have to, say who's doing it or whatever. So they can be selling it to themselves or like whatever. But I think the $100,000 one was bought by a group. I think.
Yeah.
That was selling like shares in it or some such stupid ass thing. This whole graded video game thing is just too fucky.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. July 11th, 2021 is when the Super Mario 64 9.8 A++ grade sold for $1.56 million.
Yes.
Through Heritage.
Yeah.
Later on that year, October 29th, 2021, a 9.6 A++ grade sold for a fraction.
Yes.
$102,000.
Yeah. So,
and then in April 22nd, 2022, another copy at 9.6 A++ sold for $57,000.
So the first one, I think that was the one that was bought by a group that was like investing in it. But also, I think the one that was bought, I think this story is missing. The first one that was bought was like one of the New York releases where it was like the first printing before the Nintendo was like even out.
that was the one where it was just regular Mario Brothers.
Yeah. Oh, and it had
this is Super Mario 64.
Oh, well, that's not even remotely close. So wait, the 1 point what was
the 1.56 million was Super Mario 64.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought this was the Mario Brothers one. Okay, then that changes it up for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious, just it's inflated by ridiculous, I don't know, false scarcity. I don't even know what you'd call it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not false scarcity because there's a ton of these things out there.
Well, I know, but it's like
rated so high.
Yeah, it's like the thing is they're saying like the gradings are too high, the value's set too high, but the same guys get the money because like they're graded by this company. The higher the grade is, the higher it sells, the more they get. And same thing with the auction. The more the auction house gets.
Yeah. So the lawsuit goes over whether Wata and CU, which is the auction house, I'm assuming, engaged in a course of conduct designed to artificially inflate the retro video game market in order to enhance their own profits. Whether they actually inflated the retro video game market, charged customers for grading services based on artificially higher market prices, advertised unrealistic unrealistic turnaround times to the public.
Oh, for having them graded.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were taking a long time to do it.
Aware that their turnaround times were unattainable, yet still failed to disclose the true turnaround times to consumers. Yeah, there's so much stuff where it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Misstatements to customers.
But he took 21 months to get his game back that he sent in to be graded. Yeah, the
21 months. Holy.
Yeah, the higher the graded, the more they charge for the
Yeah.
grading. So if it's like whatever, a 9.8 that's sold for 1.2, they can charge you more money because that's how much it's worth, which is totally bullshit.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That should be, the grading price should be based off of just a flat fee.
Yeah.
Like, you want a game rated?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You want a Nintendo game rated? It costs $100.
Yeah.
Not like, well, we graded this one a 9.8 and one sold for 1.2 million.
Therefore,
So you
we're going
owe
to charge you
$12,000 or whatever.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a pretty stupid like business setup, really.
Oh yeah, for
but
sure.
I mean, if you know this and you send them in, like, it's also your own fault for letting them do that to you or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's pretty ridiculous.
It's very ridiculous. Hopefully they get it in the end and they get fined a bunch of money.
I mean, they probably made enough already, though. They can cover
Yeah.
the fine, whatever.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Graded video games and all of comics and stuff have never really made sense to me. Because, like, okay, you got a graded video game, but I want to play the video game.
Yeah, right.
I got a graded comic book.
If you grade
I can't
it,
read
means
it.
it's an investment. You're never going to read it. You're never going to touch it. It's just going to sit
I've
in
got
plastic.
I've got a graded box of Pop-Tarts, but
Yeah,
I
those
wanted
are
to
gonna
eat
rot.
them. No, they'll never go bad. Come on, they're Pop-Tarts.
Nothing real in them.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know. I never got graded, really. Like, if it's graded and you can still, like, handle it, but
That ruins the grading.
I know. I don't know.
You
I
just bent that
I
corner.
just don't get the grading, really. Like, what the deal is. It's like an NFT. Like, it's like
yeah, it instantly becomes an NFT.
pretty much, except it's fungible. So I guess it's an FT.
Yeah, it's a fungible token.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess so.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right, that's going to bring us to the end of this podcast. Make sure
Shorty.
you stick around for the after show.
Yeah. If
where
you're
we're going-
watching live.
If you're watching live, yes.
Mhm.
If you're not watching live, you could be. And you can
Patreon.
hang around for the after show and see all the stuff that we talk about
Yep.
there.
Or listen to it on patreon.com/StreamVoidPod.
You can do it.
Patreon.
$1 a month, get you in there.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
That's like a cool breeze blowing through your wallet. You won't even feel it.
You wouldn't even feel it. Just like gone. It's like,
Exactly.
oh yeah, that's good. I paid for that. And now I get
Exactly.
all this cool bonus content.
Set it to auto renew.
Yep. All right, we will see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Toodles.